All right, guys, I just got here to Mobbed Out Menace. It's a Monday meet. I've never been to this spot. I've seen plenty of stuff online about it. You can see people rolling in right now. But I've just kind of been walking around getting some shots where I had some good light. I had to bring out the old cell phone because I still don't get like great quality at nighttime, or at least for cinematics. The pictures are actually coming out pretty fire, but it's getting a little hard to get cinematics now that I'm losing some light on this camera. Cell phone for some reason just does so much better, so I wanted to yank this thing out real quick so I can get some more usage out of this light, because the cars that are out there look pretty damn good. So that's one thing. If you guys start to mess around with your settings on at least the equipment you have, you can gain a little bit more confidence. I think that's what helped me out so much just in general with everything, is just when I start to come out, I can kind of play with my settings and learn a little bit more, maybe more comfortable in general, just coming out and filming and getting shots. In general, that's like one little thing I'm less critiquing myself on. Good old, let me move this shit out the way. It's like they're getting packed already. But let me go ahead and switch my settings up real quick. I'll show you guys a little bit what I do with my cell phone. As you can see, I'm still a novice, but I'm just messing with my shutter speed a little bit, getting how I want my light. And then kind of messing my ISO. I'm also sideways, excuse me. But yeah, I'm messing my ISO, get a little bit more light in. I think I like I don't think this red is telling me it doesn't like that, so that's a little bit better. It takes a little time. I hope if I had this thing the right way. But I also just have an automatic mode that does pretty good. So this is automatic, but it's, I don't know, I don't care for the zoom too much. I can do it in 16:9, and I can get different settings like my 4K, 2K. If I turn it on the super speed motion, it's just like ridiculous. Then I can turn my frames per second up on this. So frames per second brings it a little bit closer though. So that makes it where I don't really care for the zoom. I gotta stand far back, as you can see. I'm deep in the cars just to get this done. But all right, let's roll this down and start getting some shots. I'm losing daylight. How you guys been doing? I haven't seen you for a while, but yeah, I've been trying to get some things together, trying to get set up to the point to where I need more light for super speed. I'll get to the point to where I can run my channel and I have another channel I'm starting to get into, but I want to be able to run that and then the social media attached to it. So it's been a little bit difficult trying to do everything, so I had to get basically caught up. Once I got to the point I was caught up, I was able to start to come back and do some shows. So I've been off about a week. I think this is gonna be good right here. Hopefully you guys can see this while I'm working. If you cannot, you'll definitely see the end on my Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram, which is going to be same thing, Street Heat Media, but it's no 89. It's just Street Heat Media. But I've always loved when people put the little yellow lights in, kind of like bluish tint, orange tint. We got what? I almost called that a SC. I'm almost as blind as my camera is at nighttime, but we got the Cougar over there. But let's. Oh, I love that. Hopefully my camera is picking that up. I love the way that reflects in the light. Yeah, you guys see what I'm doing. Like, this is basically what I do. I pop up any of the meets. I start to try to get some pictures where I got daylight, some cinematic shots. Kind of walk around, talk to people, and get a little comfortable. And that's when I'll kind of start to film, walk around and vlog. kind of film the interactions, anybody I can talk to, and it's not even so much like an interview, just kind of like, yo, what's going on, what you got going on with your car. Another thing that helped me to do that, just to socialize in general, is I have a list of questions. Just my main focus obviously is the interview. I like to have a few questions. It makes it easier to have like conversations with people, like natural conversations, because these are still questions like, you know what I'm saying, that interest me. And that's what you should do. You should be asking obviously a little bit more that's gonna help you gauge some information from it. But as well, it's stuff that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be all like, you know, mindless stuff. But at the same time, you know, you can get a little bit of information out of it. All right. Let's see if we get this shot on this Beamer. Really liking that. Let me hook myself back up so I'm not flopping around. Looks like I got locked, and I'm not too sure why. Let's see if we can fix this. Alright, so I ditched the camera, it just got a little bit too dark. Went to the cell phone. I found this beautiful Infinity, so you know I had to stop. I had to get my cinematic on. I'm really glad I pulled up to this meet though. There's actually some nice cars pulling in. Hopefully I'm not blocking. You got a, what's this, 4th gen Camaro, 5th gen? Little cam action. Sounds good, bud. I'm gonna follow this guy around real quick, and if you guys can tell, I got ADHD. I see one car, then I see another car, and I can't help my fucking self, so I end up moving around. But there's quite a bit of music over here too, so I'm not gonna stay. I just want to get this guy, and I promise we're gonna go. I just really like how this sounds. But yeah, that's it. Right now I'm kind of focused on just getting some cinematics. This car is pristine. Pulled in like at the perfect time, and then my dumb ass, of course, was over there fucking off, and I missed all the sunlight, but we still gotta do something. You can't tell in the nighttime with this like carbon roof. Over to the fenders. I know the mirror cap, the carbon, and I want to say the lip in the diffuser, but oh, I didn't think I needed my earphones today, but clearly I needed my earphones today. You guys already know I'm a Nissan fanboy. As much as I love my Toyotas, you know, I might actually own Jay-Z build, but I've always been a Nissan fanboy. Came from 240 down to the, I didn't like the 350Z that much. The 370Z it would gather for me. But it's nothing, of course, like any of the OGs, 300ZX, 280s, but Infinity is stepping their game up too, right along with Nissan. Unfortunately, the hype is gonna only go so far, probably, if they make us go electric, but I can't see this car at all. It's zero light over here, but I had I think a full cinematic, or he was in one of my cinematics. But this was from that Saturday Night Live meet, the UFC meet that I saw this car. Really clean BRZ. But yeah, obviously we can't see a damn thing. I'm thinking about buying a huge boom light and just start bringing the car meets, popping on the corner, popping next to someone's car and take some pictures and shit. Is this what, a 240 with an S15 front? We're gonna walk around the back. For the guys who don't know, you can tell a 240 with the S15 front pretty much only one area, which is this right here. This is obviously a right-hand drive. This is S15, but you can always say a S14 if you ever wanted someone to do a conversion. The back window is slightly off. You gotta look at it and tell. No. I'm telling anybody, whoever trying to figure out if it's a conversion and they don't know, just look at the mirror right there in that quarter. You can tell from there.
No, it's like what I was saying, this is an OEM clip.
No, so when I walked up, I'm trying to figure out what it was, and I'm too far away. But as soon as I see the right-hand drive, I know what it is. But yeah, to let my viewers know, whoever walks up on one of these cars, if they can't tell if it's a front clip added on, and it looks that good, just look at the back mirror. It's pretty much the easiest way to do it. That will be a different size right there, that window right there. So that's the easiest way to give it away. You imported this yourself?
Yeah.
How long you had it?
2020.
2020? Nice. You enjoying it?
I love it.
Love it? Why you buy it, bro?
Huh?
Why'd you buy it?
So I wanted an S15 originally.
Okay.
And then I couldn't get one because I would have to import to Canada and then register it there with somebody. I didn't know nobody.
Okay.
So I got the company that like sourced the car and everything to get the S14 shell and put everything from a spec car S15 in it.
All right.
So SR, transmission, diff, everything. And then I also got the clip from that S15. And
word.
And I welded it together. So all the body lines match up and everything. And I mean, I like drifting, so. All
right, that's the main reason why. It's the perfect car. Like, it's like one of the, to me, like the OGs. Like, it's the perfect car for balance. How long you been drifting?
I started July 31st of last year, so like.
So you're still kind of new?
Huh?
You still new?
Yeah.
You learned a lot since then, you feel?
Yeah.
Well, all right. You go to, what do? You go out to tracks, like track days, or do you have any events you get into?
I go out to OSW mainly.
Okay.
But I recently just got a sponsor from Cosmo Tires, so they're having me drive the Clean Culture event happening on August 31st.
All right, yeah.
West Palm Beach.
All right.
Yeah. I'll be out there for, that's like a bigger event I'll be participating, and then Steel Fest.
So your first event?
First Clean Culture, yeah.
Yeah, you nervous?
Not really. I've seen the track before.
Okay.
Like I didn't drift it, but I went there before.
Yeah,
so I saw how wide it is. Like.
You have an idea like what you want for your setup and everything for the most part then?
Yeah.
All right. Is it like what is this event? Just like kind of like the boys hanging out, or you have like a prize that you're getting to, or you are in a ranking for other parts of the season?
So it's mainly to give like the people that go like ride-alongs.
Yeah.
So for each ride-along, I give like one completion of the track.
Okay.
$5.
Oh, okay, no doubt. So just kind of like a hangout. Yeah, I can feel the heat off that, and that probably blew my mic out. But
your car's on a straight. Just like going straight. If I have more money than you, and I can dump more money into my car, I'm automatically gonna win. That don't matter. It's not about a skill type of issue, you know? Because like I understand if our cars are like, I have 500, you got 500, and we're just trying to see who's better at shifting, that's different. But like if we're just racing, I have like 800, you got 650, you know, there's probably gonna be a clear winner.
Oh yeah.
But with drifting, it requires the skill, because it doesn't matter if you have a 1,000 horsepower car and you don't know what you're doing, because if you give a 1,000 horsepower car to like an amateur, he's probably gonna crash and just like spin out.
Without a doubt. I'm glad you brought that up, because for me, I get into cars. I've always been into Indy. I wasn't into NASCAR so much, but I was into Indy racing. I was always into the F1. So that's where I come from. High revving engines, a lot of grip, a lot of precision. And I've always loved that. But as I got older, obviously I got into street car racing and just drag racing in general. And of course, if you're into track racing, you're going to be into power sliding a little bit. You drift a little bit, so that just kind of like caught on to me, that need to want to have the ass in, stay the fuck out all the time. It just caught on to me, so I really got into drifting, because it's really, like you said, it's a driver's skill set.
I don't even have a check engine light in this thing, so if there's something wrong,
that's the biggest flex, no check engine light on the car build. All right. Yeah, man. So you got any plans for this car as far as like where it's at? You want to take it further, or you kind of just want to keep it at grassroots? I'm not sure if you have an angle kit or anything on there.
So I actually have another car.
Okay.
I have a 240 S13 hatch.
All right.
I picked up, and that one has a clean title, 0 rust. So I'm looking to put an SR into it just because I'm used to the power I'm getting out of this.
The RPM range and everything.
Exactly.
Okay.
And like I was basically gonna recreate this setup in that car, even though like the chassis is different.
Yeah, inherently, but S chassis kind of feel very similar, you know. Just the length to give you a little bit more stability, you know.
Exactly. So with that one, it's gonna be like a dedicated drift car. So
okay.
Like a full cage. It's gonna have everything done to it. And then this one, I have a new front bumper. It's a Vertex bumper coming in, which flares out just like the rest of the body kit.
Oh wait.
That's an OEM S15 bumper right there.
Okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
It doesn't flare. It's just like that OEM like type of look that you'll get from a car with.
Yeah, it kind of shaves in, gives you like some tire poke, or the look of more tire.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But so I'm replacing that bumper with one that flares out at the bottom, so it like matches up with the side skirt and the rear bumper.
Okay.
And then the whole car is going to be repainted the same color.
So back to the, what was that, the factory blue?
No, the car was factory white. I don't even know. They just made this color.
Oh, okay.
They were like, hey, what color do you want? Before they shipped it. And then I was like, do I have to pay? They're like, no, we'll include it. Just I was like, all right.
Probably because they had to strip down a little bit and they needed some paint. They're like, hey, pick it. Why not? Make it sell faster, I guess. So, but yeah, it has a little flake in there. I like that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
When you hit your flashlight on it, it fucking sparkles. Bro.
Let me see if I can get this on. I don't want to whack anyone's car. I don't know if you guys can see that in the camera, but yeah, I saw that as soon as he said it's not factory blue. Yeah, that shit looks crazy.
Yeah, that glitter, bro, or that spark.
I really like that. It has like a transition, almost like a purple in a way, or like a darker blue right in the middle here.
Yep.
I love that.
It also changes, I wouldn't say it changes colors, but during the day it gets like, almost like a cobalt electric blue. And at night it gets like this darker blue.
Oh, nice.
This exit, I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not?
It can do it.
Yeah, or just have it like looking nice for the show too.
Well, yeah, no.
And then the other one is just gonna be like, hit my door.
Yeah, just beat the shit out of it. No, I mean, it's good to have that. Like, my current car, I have a Lexus, I have a GS. It came from a guy who was a drifter. It was a really good friend of mine, so still a good friend of mine. He had a, you know, setup with the Willow, which are still on there. I had to take it off and give them to him, but he has a dual setup, and he had a hydro in there. So it was basically just like kind of like grassroots, no angle kit, no extended knuckles, nothing. Just kind of have fun with it a little bit and hoon it, but it's still a street car.
Yeah.
But he then had a dedicated actual drift car. He had a SC300. It was gutted, had a huge power cell in there, everything. Oh, I'm sorry. So that was like absolutely fantastic for that. Ooh. But yeah, bro, I think I had one more question for you here, because I wasn't expecting like to really talk to anyone too much, but like, I love these cars. What would you say is something to avoid with these cars? What have you learned to like, you've done it yourself and you're like, I probably had a better way to do that, or I should have done this first? What would you say avoid doing when you first get these cars?
Could you repeat that?
What would you say avoid doing with these cars? Let's say like a mod that you found out it doesn't really work, or it's not worth it, should I say? You can get something out of the car without adding, or something that you did or you see people do that's just not, it's not necessary.
There is one thing. So the SR20 DT, the 20 stands for 2.0.
Okay.
Right, because that's the leader. If you board the heads out to a 2.2 and like minimal work to the block, you can put any size turbo in like 125 psi and won't blow it up.
That's all you need was just making what, like 455 5-ish right there? More than that on the SR? Damn, bro. I'm not that familiar with SR. Every time I see someone, they pretty much drop a Jay-Z in there.
Actually, one of my buddies set up. I can't take credit for it.
Okay.
He's his name is JPS14 on Instagram.
I have to check him out. I'll follow.
A machine shop up in Rhode Island.
All right.
He does everything. Like whenever I need work done, I'll ship it up to him. Just doing that, like you can have your car at like fucking 550 reliably.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
Not really worried. Obviously you're gonna have to upgrade other parts like, you know, hoses and stuff like that, just to make sure like you don't blow anything.
You don't have to go too dumb with it, you know what I'm saying, and overbuild it and then still hold together. But that's the thing, like, I'm not familiar with SRs because of that reason. Everybody I know who has a S chassis, they kind of went to another power plant for whatever reason, and I'm not sure whether they're scared of it.
I'm actually the opposite.
They sound great.
I like the SR, I don't like the KA.
Why is that?
they're slow as fuck.
Slow. You slow, you mean in power or RPM, how they rev out?
Both.
Both? Okay.
So top end, slow. Acceleration, slow.
All right.
Like, I drove one 3 hours the night I picked it up in Miami, and I drove it here. And it, like, my RPMs was almost at like 5,000 RPMs at 5th gear, which that one is only at 5-speed.
Yeah.
And I was maybe doing like 87, 90. Like, they top out at 110.
Okay, yeah. So it's choking out up there anyways.
Like, really bad.
Yeah. I had a...
People like to KAT it, so like they go and spend so much money to like build it up. But I don't think that would be worth it. I would just get an SR and build the SR.
Yeah.
Because then you can get a lot more, and it sounds better, and it's more reliable. And it already is an engine that was meant to come with a turbo, so it's like the other one.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. It's already pretty much solid engineered for that extra boost. So.
Yeah, but if you got money, Jay-Z swap it.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
I would too, but like
it's popular, but it's good that you don't, because the less people do it, the more people are going to do something else, which means now we have another variety. Because that means it's about a guy that's doing Jay-Z builds, and now I got to do SR builds. When you do a proper SR build, it stands out to me a little bit more, and it's more unique. You know what I'm saying? It's just not the run-of-the-mill thing. Everybody goes to the kind of the same stuff. Once you start swapping, you're using the same parts for the most part, unless you decide to custom make it for some whatever reason in 2024. You know, a lot of stuff is already kind of there for you. You don't really know. So if you want to switch out your subframe and any of those things, you kind of go into the same kit, which I think is like Sicky and a few of those other guys out there. So what was your name, by the way?
I'm Ryan.
Brian?
Yeah, Ryan.
Ryan, nice to meet you. My name is Devin, man. I like the car. You got an Instagram?
Yeah, it's
I'm gonna follow you. So right hand drive Ryan. I feel like I do follow you already. I have two accounts. One account's under advisory because they think I'm trying to get like illegal likes and shares. I guess they think I'm doing bot stuff, so I'm fucked on that. Excuse my language, but I have another one. So I think you're on my other Instagram. I think it sounds amazing. I think you're on my other Instagram, but I'm gonna follow you here and check you out, man.
Name on Instagram.
It's Street Heat Media for it. So yeah, I'm excited, bro. I like to see your build. I really love these wheels on there. That's the first thing that caught me when I saw you. Is I've seen a few S14s with these wheel setups, and they're like the perfect street car, like just enough dish, just enough width. You can get like I think 275 or 285s on there. If it's I think a 17 or 18 they usually run.
Yeah, I have an 18 right now.
And it looks fucking phenomenal. So, all right, guys, hope you can see me okay. I'm just walking back through the meet. I kind of got everything I needed for the day. I know it's a little bit everywhere. Usually I have like kind of like a plan of what I want to do, whether I want to you know, kind of do cinematics, kind of talk to people, do, you know, some type of vlogging or, you know, interview, whatever it may be. But I didn't really have a plan for today. And again, this is my first time being here, so a little uncomfortable. But like I said, guys, like the whole point is to get out here, be uncomfortable. You're not gonna do anything new if you're not, you know, feeling uncomfortable. If you feel comfortable doing it, you're probably not gonna do anything different. So I just talked to quite a few people just walking around, and was able to I think I'm good now on the light. I was just able to really, you know, build that confidence on talking to new people and you know, getting to know people, kind of get to that point where every time you come out, you just go straight to doing what you need to do, and you don't, you know, have that wall you're building up in your mind about what people are thinking about you. So I even had a chance to talk to a gentleman who was real cool. Shout out, brother. I had to find your name. We'll put your name down in the description, but I will at least talk to him because he has the same problem. You know what I'm saying? He feels uncomfortable talking to people and going into crowds, and you know, even just in the car build scene in general, you know, he's not comfortable. So that had me, you know, the unique ability to just stop and talk to someone who needs to hear the same thing that I tell myself in my head. And that's the purpose of my channel, is just be able to kind of, I don't know, help you guys be inspired, like to not be afraid to come out to these car meets, whether you have a car or not, no matter where your car is at on the build. You know, at least in the process, wherever you're going with it, don't feel uncomfortable bringing it out here. Don't feel uncomfortable, you know what I'm saying, socializing with people. I promise you, they want to talk to you. You know, they bring these cars out here for a reason. Someone wants to let you know all the details they put into their car and what it took to get their car to that level. So I was able to get you know, a nice conversation in with one guy about his S15. He did a lot of work to it and has, you know, some more he wants to take it. As far as you know, what he has plans for is a kind of like a street / track car. You know, he can drift and shit. But got, sounds like a Camaro or something over there. I know it's a supercharged Camaro back there. The vet left, which I don't think he was supercharged, so I think that's a Camaro. But regardless, guys, you know, yeah, like I said, I know it's everywhere. I'm trying to get better at having an official plan and when I come out here and to these meets and what I'm going to talk about. But yeah, bro, it feels good to be able to spread that information, you know, one person at a time, and hopefully my channel gets to the point to where I can spread more of this so you guys also can keep the community alive, because without us, it's just big shops, and whenever they move to the next popular thing, that's it. So our kids, my kid, my son's kids, your kids, if you don't have kids or you have kids or plan to have kids, whatever, it's not going to be there for them. So like, this is hopefully something to impact everybody. But I'm gonna get out of here because it's late and I got no type of light. So see you guys. Thanks for checking in again.